everybody, Doolp666 here. Got a big old update for you guys here today. It's pretty large, so just gonna get right into it. I have been putting this off for so long, so thank you all for being patient. This first one here is not necessarily horror, but sort of horror adjacent, but not really. It's a lot more closer. It's a lot closer to like something like Stand By Me. But it's the Comet Kids from 2017, I think. I don't really know when it came out. 2017, 2018 probably though. This is Echo Bridge Entertainment. Usually they serve up some pretty bad movies. This one's no exception. Cute, charming little cheesy flick, but like I said, not really horror, so tread lightly if you're not really into that. I know it looks kind of like Stranger Things ish with the artwork there. It was good if you give it, if you just give it a little leniency. Wasn't great, that's for sure. If you want to talk about not great, we also have Robo Croc. This was exactly what you imagine. This is a totally cheesy, mechanized crocodile alien sort of movie. Very strange, actually. It was a ton of fun, though, honestly. As far as cheesy flicks go, this was a ton of fun. Always fun to just pick up stuff like that. All right. Next one here is Where the Devil Dwells. Been putting this one off for a while too. I've watched it quite a few times, trying to get into it more and more. It's just okay, honestly. Like, I wanted to like it more, but you can't. It's not really a bad movie. It just doesn't really grab me story-wise, and it is what it is. But there it is, Where the Devil Dwells. Okay, next up we have The Evangelist. This was also pretty trash. This is about as bad of a slasher movie as you can get. Really weak kills, really horrible acting. Like, it's just really bad. As far as cheesy movies goes, this one's probably the worst one I've picked up. Yeah, I imagine it's probably the worst one I've picked up in this update. So, The Evangelist. Only if you must. Okay, next up we have Forget Me Not. This is another cheap acquisition. I don't really remember when or where I got this. All I know is it was probably like $2 or $3. Phase 4 Films does it, but it's rated R, and I guess it's just violence and terror really that matter on this. But the demons in this were pretty creepy. Wasn't a bad flick, definitely just like on the cheaper side. But yeah, Forget Me Not. Over here, by the way, we have Ghost of Dragstrip Hollow 1959, and I'm giving Carnival of Souls my VHS Another World now that I got my VCR going. Got a couple doll films. This first one here is Dollface. This was pretty bad. This is also Echo Bridge Entertainment, so yeah, they put out lots of trash for sure. I still pick it up though, once in a while. Something's fun. This wasn't exactly like the worst thing I've seen from them or anything, but definitely not great. This next one was actually a bit better and started off really, really creepy. Kind of lost me at the end, but was definitely a bit better. This is Anne. Pretty good movie. Unreal that I did not ever have this until now. This is Lake Placid. It's a total classic alligator crocodile movie. What is it? What is it? Yeah, it's a crocodile. So yeah, classic late 90s, early 2000s vibe on this film, and yeah, I can't really say that I had a bad time with it at all. Like, it's not exactly the best movie ever made, obviously, but Betty White's in it, and she's pretty funny, and it's pretty memorable kills and stuff. I think I liked Anaconda a little bit better though, the first one, but yeah, Lake Placid, not bad. Finally have it. Gotta look for those sequels now. Alright, we got some old school snapper cases, and all of them are witch oriented. So we'll just go show you guys here. I don't even stand for this one. Yeah, the Witches of Eastwick, Practical Magic, and The Witches. Pretty classic witch films. Not gonna really go into them. They're not really horror. It was just cool to find so many horror adjacent snapper cases. See? Gotta preserve them up. The Witches was actually really fun, and Practical Magic was a little too, well, Sandra Bullock-y for me. It's a little too feel good. The Witches of Eastwick, though, with Jack Nicholson, Cher, Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer. And there was another girl. Oh, I forget what the other... I think it's Veronica Cartwright that is so goddamn funny in this movie. But yeah, I definitely like The Witches of Eastwick a lot better than the other two. Not bad, though. None of them are bad. Cool to have. Alright. My buddy Midnight Crawler just reviewed this too. And yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Probably a 6 or 7 out of 10. This is tons of fun with Tom Arnold. This is a dead ant, and it's exactly what you would imagine. It's a giant ant movie, and it's pretty metal too. There's like a glam metal band, and they're managed by Tom Arnold, and it's just hilarious, honestly. Like, total cheese fest for sure. Like, you can't get much like stupider than this, but it's so much fun. Yeah, dead ant. This one's not necessarily horror either, but I just picked it up. My wife really wanted me to see it, and I'd never seen it before. Jim Carrey, The Truman Show. Weirded me out for sure. Didn't really understand until a certain point in the movie what was going on myself. So, yeah, The Truman Show. Pretty damn good. Next one we have here is Perkins 14. This is another After Dark Horror Fest 8 Films to Die For series, and this is the 3rd volume. And this one came out in 2009. This was pretty good, you know, it was pretty brutal and whatnot. Definitely not one of my favorites from this series though, so there it is, Perkins 14. Check it out. You know, I'm trying to get all of these After Dark Horror Fests anyways, so some of them slap, some of them are just okay. This one's right in the middle. It's pretty decent, but not the best. This one was a total blind buy and turned out to be extremely, extremely good. This is found from 2014, I think. This movie was off the fucking chain. It was an extremely brutal ending, psychologically just totally fucking defeating. Really something. The very ending is kind of cheesy and cliche, but you know, is what it is. Fun, brutal movie. If you haven't seen Found, I definitely suggest you give it a try. It was pretty badass. Pretty twisted. Speaking of twisted, we have Stuart Gordon's Castle Freak, something I've been hunting down for a long time. Finally got it, and it was everything that I knew it would be. This movie is fucking crazy. This is one of the best full moon releases I know of. It's just a totally brutal, insane, oh god damn it. All the way around, Castle Freak is really, really good. So if you haven't seen it, get it. Getting into the Blu-rays, I had to go out and get the Castle Freak remake, which actually turned out to be kind of sequel-ish and a lot more Lovecraftian in nature. This turned out to be pretty damn good though. I liked it for different reasons than the first one, but I actually did like it. Next up, we have Wrong Turn. This is the yeah, this just came out earlier this year, actually, 2021. This is the remake of Wrong Turn. Very different to the first one. Not bad at all, but I understand why so many people didn't like it. I thought it was good. I wish they would have just called it something else. That's for sure, because it's not a Wrong Turn remake by any means. All right. This one is a total joy to have, finally. I've had it in like a multi-pack, really bad edition of it, really bad print, whatever. Not so super fun to watch. So I finally got the Blu-ray of Curtains. This is, I believe, Synapse. Yeah, the Synapse release. This is a sick, just really classic 80s slasher. And yeah, couldn't be happier to have it. If you haven't seen Curtains, you definitely should. Another one from the 80s here, we have The Killing of America. This is the Severin release. And, yeah, I mean, it's kind of akin to, like, Faces of Death, that sort of stuff. Kind of like, just really brutal footage compilation with, a narration as well. It's pretty decent for what it is. I liked it enough. putting them in the wrong place. Next one here we have Voice from the Stone. This was a decent, like, romantic ghost story sort of thing. It was good. I wasn't exactly like in love with it or anything, but it was exactly what it was promising to be, and I liked it well enough. So, like I said, kind of a slow burn romance sort of ghost movie, more akin to like Bly Manor, I would imagine. Honestly, I didn't really finish that series, but you know, that's kind of what the atmosphere is, and yeah, it's right on it. Voice from the Stone. I already had this one, but I had to pick up the Steelbook, so I think I'll probably be giving away the DVD copy I have eventually in a giveaway. So, Train to Busan, extremely good zombie film. I've already talked about this in the past. I just wanted to show the Steelbook, which is awesome. The artwork on both sides is really sick. And take all this stuff out. You can kind of see, here, I'll get up for this one too. The disc is really cool, but then there's this sick artwork behind it. It's kind of holographic and hard to see, so hoping that the angle will get it. Hopefully you guys can see it. But yeah, definitely a sick Steelbook. Really happy to have it. Yeah, this update has just been waiting for so long now. Okay, what up next here? What's in there? All right, we have Michael J. Fox and Teen Wolf. This is the last Blu-ray. This came out in '85. This is so much more cheesy than I could have ever imagined. It's really like a different level of cheesy in my opinion. Was not really prepared for it. I did like it, but maybe not quite as much as I thought I was going to. So there's that. I had already had this too, and it had Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman. So got the sequel here. Obviously, like not nearly as good as the first one. Lot more cheesy, and that's really saying something. So yeah, fun stuff, but I don't know how often I'll break them out, but happy to have the Teen Wolf movies finally. Those had been on my list for a while. Okay, we got some Hitchcock here. Got this double pack with Frenzy and Family Plot, and both of these are obviously super classic films. Not much to say about them. I've talked about them in the past, so got this sick little collection. It's got a bonus disc. There's a bunch of bonus features, like just about these two movies. Cool little featurettes and stuff. All right, we have Days of Darkness. This is a zombie film from 2007. It's pretty run-of-the-mill, you know, as far as zombie films go. You know, they're not my favorite or anything, but when I watch them, you know, I give them a try. I give them a real try, and you know, some of them are bad. They don't really keep my attention a lot of the times unless it's just a really, really good atmospheric zombie film. Honestly, the setting means a lot to me too in this case, so you know, not a miss, just decent. Okay, this is another zombie movie. A lot cheaper, but pretty brutal as well. This one came out in 2005. It's Fangoria's Gore Zone release of Dead Meat. Like I said, if it's coming from Fangoria, it's pretty brutal, but like you can definitely see that it's pretty cheap and, you know, kind of hokey, but it was still fun. All right, got another one here. This is more of like a virus film, like akin to The Crazies. This is The Cured, and this came out in 2017. It looks like this is the Scream Factory release on DVD. It's pretty damn good. Just watched this the other day, and this was actually really, really good. It's got a reversible artwork. I haven't really turned it back to the one I wanted to yet, but it's pretty sick. I think you guys may have seen that on Instagram. Okay. Another zombie film here, and I think I should have put this right after Train to Busan, but I had to wait because I needed to talk about the Teen Wolf Blu-rays before we got back into some DVDs. So check this one out, guys. We have Peninsula, and love it or hate it, this was pretty damn good for what it is, but it cannot touch Train to Busan at all. This is a slamming good zombie film, but it's like really different. It's like a little more just outrageous, unbelievable, whereas Train to Busan, it was like, if the zombie apocalypse happened right now, that was exactly what was going to happen, and it was visceral and realistic in the way it was portrayed, and this is just a little more apocalyptic, you know, post-apocalyptic, honestly, and just more ridiculous, and I feel like I don't really love the characters so much as I did in that first one, but not a bad sequel. It's just not nearly as good as Train to Busan. Is what it is. Alright, this one is absolutely fucking crazy as well. We have Eraserhead. This is the 2000 release on DVD. I don't know who put this out actually. Distributed through Subversive Cinema Incorporated, 2005 Absurda. So yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that company's still around, but this came with everything inside still. The disc art is pretty fucking cool too. Back art is really cool. Hope you guys can see. I hate that fucking glare. Man. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Eraserhead. Totally fucking bonkers, man. This movie, every time I thought it couldn't get more crazy and more dreamlike and just nightmarish, it did. All the way until the end. This movie totally slaps. David Lynch probably like at his peak. Alright, we have Graduation Day from 1981. This is a pretty cheesy slasher film. Yeah, this is the Trauma release. Actually, no, this is I have the Trauma release, but this one is... Maybe it's an older one. No, this is the Legacy Entertainment one. This is a really old, cheap, like, very early DVD. And, you know, I had to scoop it up. I already have this one, but I have the Trauma release, like I said, so I like to have different editions if I can find them for the same film here and there. Especially slashers. Alright. I'd been hearing a lot about Bubba Ho-Tep, and I'd never seen it, and I didn't realize that Bruce Campbell was in it, and it was just totally fucking hilarious from start to finish. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to, so not necessarily horror, but pretty damn funny, and horror adjacent, obviously. Alright, the last thing we have in this update is another Midnight Movies by MGM. Double feature here. We have Ray Milland in Panic in Year Zero, and Vincent Price in The Last Man on Earth. Talked about The Last Man on Earth quite a few times. I'm not going to really talk about it right here, but Panic in the Year Zero was awesome. Kind of back and forth, like, you know, really strong. Like, I feel like the character dynamic was just kind of simplified, and it was just back and forth, the same shit happening over and over again, and you were just like, who's going to win at the end? But even still, pretty decent movie. The acting's not bad. You know, classic apocalyptic sort of movie, so Panic in the Year Zero. That's it, folks. That's the whole update. Like I said, I've been meaning to do this for a long time. Been really busy with music, and got lots coming up in the future, so I'll be making more announcements with that in the future as well. So until then, I guess I will see you guys soon. Hope you guys have been enjoying the films here. We got the spook party going on finally. That's cool. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I will see you with something else very soon. Peace.